Let's talk about something super important for those of you who are buying or already own a rental property for income. So today we're going to break down what makes a good rental property and how to avoid locking yourself into the unit that gives you poor returns. I will show you a real case study of how you can simply switch out into projects and double your rental cash flow with the same budget. Let's dive in. So there are 3 pointers that we are going to cover today. Is rental income equals to your pure profits? Number 2, you should always compare your options. And number 3, if you can, swap for a unit that has higher rental yield. So how do we do that? Number 1, let's dive into it. Rental income is not your pure profits. A lot of people look into rental income as their pure profits, but that's not how it works. So let me give you a real example. This is a 1-bedroom unit at Sengkang Grand Residences, which is valued at 1.038 million and is rented for $3,200 a month. Actually, that sounds pretty decent, right? But now let's look at the actual monthly cost. The interest on the mortgage is actually about 1,946. MCST fees will be 305. Property tax 440. Agent fees is $133, which is average across 2 years. And that brings your total expense every month to be $2,824 per month. So basically your net cash flow, right, is actually 3,200 minus 2,008, and that brings yourself to $376 per month or 3.7% rental yield. So that's what you're really taking home, just $376, and that is before you actually include your income taxes and also not including factors like vacancy periods or repairs that you have to consider. So you have to ask yourself, is this $376 per month worth the 1 million plus that you have actually tied yourself up in this property? Is it giving you the kind of cash flow that makes sense? So number 2, I always tell my clients, never look at property in isolation. So you need to ask yourself, what other properties that I can buy at the same quantum that gives me a better rental return? So let me show you a direct comparison. So just now, like I mentioned, it's better to swap for a higher rental yield property. So we'll use Skyline Residences, another 1-bedroom unit, which has recently transacted at 1.06 million. The rental amount is about 3,800. So same, let's break down the cost. The interest per month that you are actually facing is about $1,987. Management fee, $275. Property tax, $564. And agent fees across 2 years average will be $158 per month. So your total cost will be $2,984, and that gives your net cash flow of $816, which brings you a net rental yield of 4.3%. So with Skyline Residence, you are actually walking away with $816 per month as compared to Sengkang Grand Residence, where you actually bring home $376. Even though the both units, right, they are technically almost at the same price with double the monthly cash flow. The reason why? Probably because of location, the tenant demand and the rentability does matter. Skyline Residence is actually on a city fringe near to Telok Blangah and the Greater Southern Waterfront with higher rental demand from expats and professionals, whereas for Sengkang Grand, while it is an integrated project and convenient, it is still located in the OCR region and it targets definitely a very different tenant profile. So today, if you're a landlord who owns a unit just like Sengkang Grand and you're not seeing rental returns of what you hoped for, and it might be just time to consider swapping your property, same quantum, better yield, you are not just upgrading your property, you are upgrading your returns. So if you are still in the market looking for your first or next rental property, this is exactly why working with numbers is so important. Do not just look at what you can rent out for, look at what you're actually pocketing after all the costs. So if this is helpful, give this video a like and share it with someone who you know is investing in rental property. And if you're a landlord today and you want to explore better performing rental options, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to run through the numbers with you and see what makes sense for your goals. So here is my Telegram channel that you can get latest updates on property news, and I'll see you in the next one.